Alright, welcome ladies and gentlemen to tonight's scrims between Team Horizon Lux and Team Viviane. Looks like we'll be loading up into our first map of the night, Oasis Jump Pad. So, let's familiarize ourselves with players from both sides. Horizon Lux, right now showing a pretty standard dive composition. A 2-2-2 Genji Tracer with a Zenyatta and Lucio. Team Viviane going with an interesting composition if this does stick. Nope, swapped back onto the Winston. They will also be running a dive composition, but instead Tracer Pharmacy. Both teams rolling onto the point. Horizon Lux moving to the jump pad area as the fight breaks out. The question for Horizon Lux will be, as with any game where you're running one team is running a pharmacy, will be, will you invest hit scan into the anti-air effort?
In range of the objective. Form up on me.
Team Viviane finding all of the kills, Anime Titty cleaning up many of the straggling players from Horizon Lux, and that will be an easy first point cap. As Horizon Lux regroups, the question will be, will they switch off onto something like a soldier or a McCree, currently still showing the same hero picks.
My ultimate is charging.
That's not right.
First ultimate online for Team Viviane will be the Pulse Bomb for Cheeseburgers the Tracer. It'll be up to him to see if perhaps he can find an opening pick on this backline. He can stick one of the supports. Pulse Bomb does go out, doesn't find any paydirt this time. However, Wine leaps in to engage. Teams trading pretty evenly back and forth. Zorg gets a stick onto Wine, but the Mercy reses back the Winston, and the Sound Barrier comes out for Team Viviane. Anime Teddy putting in more work, D-Max, and finishes off the Diva. With this, Horizon Lux will be looking to regroup and see if they can find a different route onto this point. Team Viviane with quite the bank of ultimates now. 5 up, all except the Sound Barrier, which was invested in the last fight. The point, 70% and counting. Horizon Lux is going to have to make something of this next push. They do have a Primal Rage and a Sound Barrier almost on board. Anime Titty goes deep and finds paydirt with an enormous barrage. Takes down 3 members of Horizon Lux right off the bat, and with that, it will be another point hold. 93%. Can Horizon Lux even touch the point to start up overtime is the question. Johnny C. the Mercy still with a Valkyrie in the back pocket. Not needing to use it at all, though. Horizon Lux easily routed on this first map, on this first round of Oasis. Team Viviane's Pharah pick coming to bear in a huge way on that round. Horizon Lux not finding much purchase with the Genji Tracer combination. As we load into the next map, which is University, will they be switching onto a soldier? We do see some hero swaps coming out, but it's in the tank line.
5, 4.
Horizon Lux now showing a Zarya and a Winston. Game's just going to be paused for a moment, folks. More Overwatch action coming right your way after this. Alright, now we've jumped back into the games, ladies and gentlemen, just fixing up a couple of the some mic issues for some of the players. Horizon Lux rolling onto point with the same composition that they were showing on control point. Control center, my bad. And it seems to be working a lot better this time for them. Both tanks finding some early picks against Team Viviane, catching them perhaps a little bit off guard on this right side high ground. Nitro with the dash through takes out the Diva, and there's still a Sombra on point. Johnny C looking to see if maybe he can build up some kind of ult charge. Actually takes down Telecon. Impressive, but He doesn't get greedy. One pick, that's pretty good. Going to reset with the rest of his team. Team Viviane is running a Sombra on this point. Excellent for health pack control on this big mega down here. Gives his team refuge, somewhere to jump to, rest and recuperate and stay safe. The EMP already comes out. That ult builds so quickly, and Johnny C's team easily able to capitalize on that. No shielding, no abilities for any of the players on the side of Horizon Lux. Nitro is the last one to fall. But he doesn't go without taking out the Diva mech for Captain.
I'm a man on a mission. Stay out of
My
my
ultimate
way.
is charging.
Zorg on the side of Horizon Lux does have a pulse bomb. Could be looking for a juicy backline stick to open up this next point. Team Viviane slowly building up to the same capture percentage that Horizon Lux was able to accrue. But the pulse bomb comes out. Zorg takes down Captain, who was not able to re-mech. The sound barrier comes out for Horizon Lux, as well as the Transcendence. Maybe a little bit of a miscom there, layering both support ults, but regardless, it works perfectly. Horizon Lux capitalizing on the immense amount of healing to get some work done, and they take the point back.
Primal rage. I'm feeling angry.
My ultimate is charging.
Team Viviane regrouping now near this spawn, ready for their next attack. Johnny C likely going to be looking for a flanking EMP to open this up. Team Viviane do have 4 ultimates on the line, including a tac visor. With that, the EMP does come out. Telecon immediately deleted, but Nitro pulls the Dragon Blade and finds Pater. Cut down by Anime Titty's tac visor. Both divas throw out their diva bombs, looking to zone the point. They don't find any kills. But the fight, the man advantage going to Team Viviane, and they will be able to take back the point. Horizon Lux don't want to give it up yet, though. X's pops his Primal Rage inside this tiny room, trying to see if he can just batten any of the members of Team Viviane to death. Meanwhile, however, on the point, the brawl continues, and Horizon Lux finding all kinds of kills in this mini room. Despite the Sombra's hack on this mini pack over here, X's doing a lot of work on this Winston pick.
My ultimate is charging.
No ultimates in the bank, though, for Horizon Lux to rely on to hold this point. However, they may not need to if they're able to rebuff Team Viviane on this last point push. 90% nearly accrued on this point for Horizon Lux. The sound barrier comes out for Team Viviane, trying to give them more sustain. And Captain able to take down Zorg the Tracer for Horizon Lux. Again, Horizon Lux popping both support ults at the same time. As Wine, Primal Rage is on the point, trying to see if he can just remove some of those pesky Horizon Lux players. He is able to find a kill onto Nitro, but Wine answering with a pick onto Telecon. Saba is demeched, and that is a comfortable point flip for Team Viviane. Last second, able to capture the point from Horizon Lux. Zorg in the backline takes down Cheeseburgers. That's going to be huge pick. Nitro whips out the Dragon Blade as the zoning Diva Bomb comes out. He is able to find Glace, however. Wine answering back with a kill onto Telecon, but X's props his Primal Rage and takes down Anime Titty. Team Viviane falling in droves to this clever ult usage from Horizon Lux. It's just a baby diva on the point. Both support members from Team Viviane throw their bodies onto the point as a last-minute contest, but will it be enough? Anime Titty swaps onto the Genji himself. The Pulse Bomb takes them down, however. It's just Winston trying his best, and he's tanky, but not that tanky. Horizon Lux tie up this map 1-1.
Score 1-1.
Impressive play coming out from Horizon Lux. Team Viviane not really seeming to be able to find much purchase with the Sombra despite the health pack control. Horizon Lux did overlap their support ultimates quite often. In spite of that kind of interesting play, they were still able to win out mechanically on that last round. But as we load up into Gardens, a veritable cornucopia for pharmacy teams, let's see if Team Viviane can bring it home and take this map, or if Horizon Lux will be able to rout them like they did on the last round.
This will protect us. Hello.
Anime Teddy opening up with an early frag onto Aquaman, but Zorg, this time on the McCree. Anti-flanking McCree looks to be working quite well. He is able to take down the Tracer, who is rezzed up by her Mercy. Team Viviane still missing their main tank, Wine, though, however. But they do have considerable point presence, and Horizon Lux is going to have to aggress onto this point to see if they can force Team Viviane off. Zorg picks Cheeseburgers yet again. One of the member of the DPS ground crew cut down is going to be a huge difficulty for Team Viviane to hold this point. And the trades are, in fact, going to the side of Horizon Lux. Just this lone Lucio left to clean up. But Cheeseburgers, reinforcing his team, takes down Zorg as revenge. But the man advantage is still on the side of Horizon Lux, and they should be able to cap this point. Cheeseburgers wisely deciding to get this fight up as lost and regroup his team for the next push. Horizon Lux running with a Zarya this time. An opening rocket barrage from Anime Teddy catches Saba off guard, and a huge pulse bomb from Cheeseburgers completely blows open the backline, taking down both supports. It's stall time now for X's, who pops the Karma Rage just to see if he can earn any more point percentage gain for his team, but eventually he falls. Zorg. Oh, this battle between the two DPSs. Dead Eyes, Cheeseburgers. Right through the dome. Team Viviane flipped the point over to their side. Horizon Lux with 33% gained. Not a bad first point take. Team Viviane now also has quite a few ultimates online, including a Valkyrie, which could give the team some crucial amount of sustain during this next fight, especially against something like a Dragon Blade. Captain throws out his Diva Bomb and actually finds a kill in Aquaman. Cheeseburgers cleaning up the other member of the support duo on the side of Horizon Lux, the Ana going down, and Anime Titty tops it all off with a kill onto X's. Team Viviane pushing forward quite aggressively into Horizon Lux's spawn, bottling them up a bit. But as you can see, Horizon Lux with their own bank of ultimates ready to unleash on the point. Especially crucial will be this Graviton into perhaps a Dragon Blade. Sound Barrier comes out from Aquaman. X's gets an early pick onto Glace's. Onto Glace. No Graviton Surge coming out yet, and maybe Horizon Lux won't even need it. The Dragon Blade, however, is popped, not finding any kills, but working to zone the members of Team Viviane back. However, just the zoning wasn't enough. Anime Titty going largely uncontested in the air. And with that, another sound hold from Team Viviane. Not sure where that Dragon Blade came out during that fight, didn't quite see it. There was also a Nano Boost used quite early to open that fight, not comboed with the Dragon Blade. And as you can see, Saba is still holding onto the Graviton. Perhaps a bit of a miscommunication between the teams, but Anime tries to barrage another sneaky barrage onto Horizon Lux, but is slept mid-air. A beautiful sleep from Telecon, but it wasn't enough. His team members falling all around him, and 99% overtime is ticking down. Horizon Lux, they're not going to be able to touch this point. And Team Viviane sweep this map.
Play of the game.
Play of the game. Anime Titty definitely doing a lot of work on this Pharah pick. These sneaky opening barrages completely caught Horizon Lux off guard. Unfortunately, they just weren't quite looking behind them. I know that feel though. Those barrages. It's a feels bad, man.
Traveling to Route
You're right. It's not a
66.
sweep. It's not a sweep if they took one map. Herder. Something else I always never really knew is like, why does the camera start out in like this corner? You're like, where am I? Oh, here I am. Speed boost. Next on the schedule tonight, we will be taking you to Gibraltar. I mean, oh my god. Oh, wow, that was terrible. I'm so sorry. No. And next up tonight, we will be taking you to Route 66. Wow, that's called an atlas right there. You just say something that's completely wrong. I apologize. I apologize, ladies and gentlemen. We will be opening up the next map, which is, as you can see, everybody who can see with eyes, which I also have eyes and should have known, this is Route 66. Team Viviane on the attacking side will be showing, at least showing early, an interesting modified dive with Anime Titty on the attack Widow. As supports, they're choosing to run Johnny C on the Zenyatta with Glace on the Moira. Recently released from PTR onto live. And Horizon Lux going to be defending with a modified dive comp, Genji, Soldier, and Sombra composition. So Horizon Lux likely looking to be holding around this mega pack on Big Earls, which as you can see has already been hacked by the Sombra. Now I do like this Soldier pick coming out from Horizon Lux. Soldier excellent for holding this high ground with one of his healers.
Sniper.
And forcing the enemy team to invest a lot of resources in order to dive him and remove him from that advantageous position. But Nitro goes down early, tries to dive the enemy team, but is picked out by Wine.
My EMP is almost charged.
Neither team choosing to run a Mercy, so all deaths will be permanent in this game. But Telecon with such an early EMP comes out to little effect, however, just not enough members of the team left alive to capitalize on that EMP. Team Viviane pushing pretty comfortably through around this gas station. Now, it'll be interesting to see if Telecon chooses to switch off of the Sombra pick. Doesn't look like it.
You hear that?
A pulse bomb comes out from Cheeseburgers. A very aggressive dive into the enemy team. Doesn't find anything though, but he is able to just mechanically pick up Zorg. Aquaman going down shortly thereafter. Anime Titty on the high ground, forcing Horizon Lux to invest resources into diving him. Telecon tries to go up, but just a Sombra by herself against a Widow with her supports on the high ground. Going to be a difficult task. Team Viviane easily pushed through point A. Wine pops an extremely aggressive Primal Rage just to zone back the members of Horizon Lux and give the payload even more forward progress. He is taken down by Saba on the Diva, but here you can see Captain zoning this high ground catwalk with his Matrix, not letting any of Horizon Lux out of the choke without a fight. Excellent forward play. Glace activates the Coalescence as a zoning Diva Bomb comes out from Saba, who's quickly cut down. Zorg pops attack visor and is able to find two members of Team Viviane before he himself falls. Very back and forth fight, which has turned back here onto the payload. Captain standing on the point. Maybe time to run. He's the only member of his team left, and Baby Diva, you do not want to accidentally get split spawned, because the remake process is quite a long process. That's correct. Horizon Lux cleaning up some of the stragglers from Team Viviane as they finally stabilize on this streets phase around this corner. But even down men, Team Viviane re-engages on the point. Winston dives out. The sound barrier comes out to provide healing for Nitro as he pulls his Dragon Blade, which is largely nullified by the nicely timed trance from Johnny C, and he is cut down. And Nitro is cut down by Cheeseburgers. Wine, with another Primal Rage earned, pops it and kills Aquaman, Anime Titty, in the back, taking down the Diva. Horizon Lux Winston X's pops his Primal Rage just to see if he can stall this payload anymore, but he himself will fall soon. Team Viviane pushing this payload quite comfortably through the street space. Horizon Lux having a really hard time finding a stable defense. Nitro leaps out of the catwalk. He may have wanted to wait a little bit to regroup with his team. If they can contest this point, it'll be a 5v6, and Horizon Lux choose to hold, see if they can hold third point, as Aquaman taken down by a pulse bomb from Cheeseburgers. Unfortunately dying to his own ultimate as well. So that may be a little bit of time bought for Horizon Lux to see if they can regroup and set up a solid defense on this third point. Zorg takes down Anime Titty, and that'll be another split spawn for Team Viviane. However, the rest of the team is on the payload trying to push forward. X's swaps onto a Reinhardt for this last point, and Nitro swapping onto the Junkrat. Already finding Paydirt, taking down Glace, and though Zorg falls, the rest of Team Viviane is not able to hold this point, and they'll be backing off behind the choke.
Is charging. We're sitting ducks. Get this moving. Let's get patched up.
The Junkrat pick from the side of Horizon Lux could work quite well on this third point, cutting off many of the flanking routes for the Genji on the side of Team Viviane, and also just pumping a lot of damage into the enemy team. Team Viviane not really running a composition that has much shielding for to take care of this Junkrat. Spam. A zoning Diva bomb comes out, which is blocked by X's, but Anime Titty cuts him down. A huge dead eye takes down both supports. However, Nitro says, "Is that an ultimate? I'll show you an ultimate," and with the tire kills, cuts down 3 members of Team Viviane. Oh, it's a 2v2 on the point right now with a Primal Raging Monkey and Diva versus Zorg. McCree against the world! But with the respawn advantage favoring the defending team, Horizon Lux is able to reinforce and will likely be able to hold this. Saba has a Graviton in reserve, but as I say that, Anime Titty putting in so much work, just killing all the supports from the side of Horizon Lux, and Saba now being chased all the way back towards his spawn by Cheeseburgers and taken down. Despite all the kills going back and forth between these two teams, the payload is still moving. 2 minutes left for Team Viviane to push these few meters left before they can complete the map. Wine, though, the Winston goes down, and without their main tank, Team Viviane should be looking to regroup and make a decisive engage on this next fight. Horizon Lux has been having something of a scrappy defense. However, they have banked 4 ultimates, including the Graviton, which coupled with the Deadeye could be a huge fight-ending ultimate. Cheeseburgers pops his ultimate in conjunction with the trance. The Graviton surge comes out from the side of Horizon Lux, and look at that Deadeye, a 4-man! That was incredible! Wine is the only member of his team left, and he needs to group back up. 53 seconds left in the clock, and Team Viviane have one more concerted push. Horizon Lux, however, did use every single ultimate in their bank, so this could be an opening for Team Viviane, with Glace almost having earned his coalescence. Anime Titty with his own Deadeye. If he can find a flanking position, this could open up the fight for Team Viviane.
30 seconds.
Horizon Lux, though, looking to hold further up from the payload. They'll have to be watching out for a back cap. Nitro, with an early tire out, finds his enemy Junkrat and takes him out of the fight. Cheeseburgers having swapped off in that last fight. A Reinhardt also coming out for Team Viviane. The Coalesce is popped. both Reinhardts swinging away with their hammers. Will either side be able to win out? Anime Titty with the Deadeye does take down Telecon, and that will be crucial healing cut down for the side of Horizon Lux. And with that, Team Viviane pushing into third point. There's one McCree left. Oh, back up into spawn, dude. You don't want to get caught out. That respawn would be painful. Oh no. It looked like Aquaman and Nitro were ready to speed boost onto the point, but he was booped back just at the last second. And with no time left in the clock, Team Viviane finish out this map.
Switching sides.
A strong and concerted showing from Team Viviane throughout this map, breezing through first point and streets phase largely, with Horizon Lux not putting up much of a defense. However, on this third point, it was a veritable brouhaha. Both teams switching over to a more heavy shield composition, choosing to go with the Reinhardt Junkrat composition, which seemed to work much better for the defense. Horizon Lux now with the opportunity to attack. They'll have to finish the map, at least finish the map if they want this to go into extra rounds, and with time would be even better. Team Viviane on the defending side, going with the same composition that they were showing earlier. The Moira working out quite well for them, despite one would think that maybe they would be hampered. The defense would be a little bit hampered without a Mercy. However, her resurrection has been nerfed to a 1.75 second cast time, which requires a lot of coordination from the team to keep her alive while she's trying to res a fallen teammate, and that can be a liability. So neither of the teams showing. Oh, as I say that, Horizon Lux now swapping onto the pharmacy composition. Running a triple DPS with a Widowmaker, solo Winston tank. An interesting look to be sure.
Attackers incoming. Stop the payload.
Both teams peel out of spawn. Team Viviane also choosing to hold on top of Big Earls for right now.
Enemy contact.
X's leaps in with his Genji, a great coordinated dive, and they find Anime Titty and cut him down. However, Cheeseburgers was doing work in the back line and kills Zorg, the Horizon Lux Widow, who is rezzed out. However, that means that Mercy is not going to be able to pick up Saba, the Pharah, who falls shortly thereafter. Zorg evens up the fight with a pick onto Glace, so that'll mean a lot less healing from Team Viviane, and they'll be looking to fall back slightly as... or not. Johnny C channeling Boombox takes down Zorg. The fight falling pretty evenly on both sides of the field, but Team Viviane cleaning up Horizon Lux, and that should be a reset. Telecon, however, has earned Valkyrie already, and this could help blow open the fight. Anime Titty, though, nearly has his attack visor and could be looking to pop that to counter the Mercy, who, despite the enormous amount of healings, can't really take a attack visor to the face. Aquaman, the Lucio, taken out with a nice helix early on, and with that, Team Viviane push their man advantage and finish up the rest of the team. Wine pops his Primal Rage just to push Horizon back even further into their spawn.
I'm feeling the payload is stopped, and here I thought we had a plan.
Horizon Lux does have a barrage in the bank. Will Saba be looking to unload this from a sneaky angle to avoid the D.Va eating up the entire thing? But X's pops his Primal Rage early, takes down Johnny C. Anime Titty does cut down Telecon with his tack visor, but that's not before Nitro finds some kills with his Dragon Blade. And though Saba the Pharah has gone down, it's just a baby diva on point, and Horizon Lux should be able to finally find some forward progress for this payload.
My ultimate is almost ready. Enemy detected.
Team Viviane going for a fast contestation. The trans is popped. Saba tries to barrage through it, but it's not enough damage to cut through the healing of the Transcendence.
60 seconds.
Telecon pops Valkyrie. There is only 60 seconds left, and this is the time when his team needs to show up. He's providing so much sustain with his massive healing. And if Horizon Lux want to be able to close out this map, they have to at least make first point. Luckily for them, the kills are going their way. X's pops Primal Rage, batting back the diva.
Tactical visor ready for deployment.
The payload
And with
has
that,
reached the
Horizon Lux pushed into point A. 3 minutes left to go through this streets phase. Team Viviane was able to make very quick time, so perhaps Horizon Lux is looking to also advance very far forward, see if they can find any picks, but X's falls quickly, and so they should be falling back to the payload. Wine, though, says, "You're not falling far back enough." Chasing, he is chasing past the choke. What is he doing? Oh my goodness, I think he's trying to be the anti-air ulting monkey against the Pharah. I mean, he didn't find a kill, but it has worked to zone back Saba, and as I say that, Wine is actually able to tickle Saba to death. What a ballsy play from this guy. Oh, another pause coming out. Not quite sure what the cause of this pause is, but it could be some of the same mic issues. But regardless, we will be right back after a short break, ladies and gentlemen. Don't go anywhere. More juicy Overwatch action coming up right after this.
Join me.
My ultimate is charging. Anyone else want to do jobs today?
All right, ladies, folks, we are loaded back in. All right, folks, we are loaded back into Route 66 with Horizon Lux versus Team Viviane. Horizon Lux with 2 minutes now left to push the payload to point B. Nitro looking to get some early kills in, pops his Dragon Blade. With it, finds 1 kill, but the trades are falling pretty evenly for both teams. He's eventually cut down by Wine, the Winston. Zoning Diva Bomb comes out and is able to take out Telecon, the Horizon Lux Mercy, which is going to be taking out a crucial amount of healing.
Clearing the area.
Saba has a barrage in hand. We're waiting for his Mercy to come back. But as that happens, X's, who is pushing quite far forward, gets taken down. The sound barrier comes out to reinforce Horizon Lux as they try to clear the point to get more progress on this payload. 60 seconds left for this team. X's rejoins, but Saba cut down. Telecon pops Valkyrie, pops Rez to bring her Pharah back into the game, and with this, Team Viviane looking like they may be backing up and allowing this point to capture. Nitro and Zorg trying to zone this high ground catwalk, but
30 seconds remaining.
Johnny C trances the rest of his team out. However, it's not enough to mitigate Saba's enormous barrage. X's pops Primal Rage as well, just looking to bat Team Viviane off to this point. 18 seconds left. There's a Primal Raging Wine as well. 2 giant monkeys swinging and fighting each other. But Anime Titty cut down by Zorg. And with that leap, Wine, the leap was too high. Like Icarus, he wasn't able to contest the point long enough and goes down. Horizon Lux now with just a minute and a half to bring the payload home. Glace has switched from the Moira onto the Ana, with Anime Titty going onto the Roadhog. Roadhog, with a Roadhog pick, you do lose some of the damage mitigation. However, the self-heal and sustain, as well as the whole hog and CC ult potential is going to be huge for this defense. I mean, yes, this defense. Horizon Lux with 3 ultimates in the bank. Will they be able to combo these to find Pay Dirt? Oh no! Telecon goes to res her fallen soldier, but is cut down in the prime of her youth. She
I'm back in the fight.
Diva Bomb from Captain also finds X's, and Nitro is going to fall to Zenyatta. Aquaman,
30
the
seconds.
only member of Horizon Lux left. He was looking to test the point, but it's better to get out of there. He is nearly at a sound barrier and cannot afford to be cut down or to be split spawned from his team in this last minute push. 15 seconds left. Exis switches onto a Reinhardt as Saba goes onto the Zarya, despite having
10 seconds.
resetting any kind of ult charge. Telecon still with the Valkyrie in his pocket. Sound barrier comes out for Horizon Lux. They're going to be looking to make something happen, but Exis goes down early. Telecon pops Valkyrie and reses him up as the trance comes out from the side of Team Viviane. It is a brawl on the point, but Cheeseburgers has the high ground and he's tag visoring down unimpeded onto the Horizon Lux team. A huge nade comes out from Ana to deny any kind of healing onto the Reinhardt, and Telecon can only float gently down onto the payload and give his life as Team Viviane defends this point and takes Route 66.
Play of the game.
A McCree play of the game from Zorg. Is this going to be the huge 4-man? Is it? What a beautiful sleep. Oh, and it was. Oh, juicy. Those are some crispy drops. 3 ultimates invested, but it was completely worth it. What a team wipe.
Epic.
Most enjoyable.
Good showings from both teams battling it out on Route 66, trying some new compositions. Team Viviane looking really to add the Moira to their to their hero pool. Horizon Lux going more with a traditional dive composition until forced to switch onto the Reinhardt for those 3rd point pushes. But in the end, however, Horizon Lux just not really able to find as much value from their ultimates as their opponents are. Oftentimes, especially on that 3rd point of Route 66 and their attacking phase, you see the tanks and DPS looked like they weren't quite 100% on the same page. Tanks often going in, getting picked early, or a DPS getting picked and taking out that ultimate out of the game, out of the equation for that fight.
Welcome to Hollywood.
Horizon Lux, if they're able to perhaps get a little bit more settled, communicate a little bit more clearly which players are going when the team is diving and engaging, I think that they could do very well on this upcoming Hollywood map. Alright, as we load in, ladies and gentlemen, Horizon Lux on the attacking side this time. Sticking with what seems to be their bread and butter, the Winston Diva Tracer Genji dive. However, this time Telecon swapping onto a Moira pick.
Attackers
Team
incoming
Viviane
in
mirroring
30
the
seconds.
Moira pick, also going with 2 dive tanks. Johnny C this time on an Ana, along with Anime Titty on the Soldier and Cheeseburgers on the Junkrat. Really liking this Soldier Ana pick. Hollywood is a classic map for this DPS
5,
support
4,
cafe high ground hold,
2,
popularized by many teams.
attackers incoming.
One that comes to mind, Team
Defend
Envious.
objective A.
Very strong defensive hold, and forces the attacking team to invest a lot of resources in order to dive and dislodge this combo up top. But Horizon Lux looking to go with this flanking route for first off. Captain putting in quite some work. dives, boosts into the cafe,
Tactical necessity.
completely knocking all the members of Horizon Lux out of position. And with that, Team Viviane rolling forward. Horizon Lux completely routed from beyond the choke, but is the payload, guys. Oh, I mean, JK, the point. Getting still so excited over that Route 66 match, and getting all my objective terms mixed up. Horizon Lux resetting, looking for perhaps a different route for engagement. Nope, going the same backside flanking route. Big concussion mine comes out, dislodges all of the tanks. Nitro goes down early, unfortunately. And Cheeseburger's leaving. Takes out the Diva Mech. Feels bad, man. Tactical visor popped already for Anime Teddy, and he is finding cleanup. Zorg and Telegon go down at the hands of his rifle.
Reinhardt, at your service.
Horizon Lux now switching off onto some different tanks heroes, going with the Reinhardt Zarya instead, Zorg swapping onto the Soldier. I do like this. Soldier is a very good consistent damage DPS hero. And the fact that he can long range take down a Junkrat is going to be a huge asset. Zoni Diva Bomb flies out for Captain, but doesn't find any pay dirt, but X's is forced to move back, Wine cutting him down. Blaze actually finds his enemy Aquaman and look at this! Moira putting in the damage. Takes down both enemy supports. Team Viviane, despite investing a coalescence into that last push, still have 3 ultimates online. You can tell that the ult discipline from this team is very excellent. They always have something to fall back to, which is crucial for these defensive holds, when the spawn is so far away from the point. Horizon Lux regrouping at this choke, looking for an angle or perhaps an early pick. Zorg is set up on the high ground. He takes down Glace early, and no mercy on the side of Horizon Lux. That will be a permanent death. Cheeseburger's wheel, though, finds Paydirt, takes down Zorg. Wine pops a Primal Rage, just knocking people back towards this choke. And, oh no, Saba 1v1ing this Junkrat. It's a feels bad, man. Oh, he finally goes down, and that's going to be a painful split spawn for Horizon Lux.
My ultimate is ready. Join me.
45 seconds left to take this first point. There is a Dragon Blade as well as an Earth Shatter out for Horizon Lux. A Coalescence online to give them some sustain. Crucially, Graviton Surge also almost ready for Saba, and Zorg with the Tactical Visor. However, an early Helix takes him out. Anime Teddy being like, I'll show you a Tac Visor. He pops it, cut down by Nitro, who's actually finding quite a lot of traction in this backline. But X's, the Reinhardt for Horizon Lux, goes down. Wine with his Tesla cannon just cleaving through the last members of Horizon Lux. 8 seconds! There is no speed boost on the side of the attacking team to boost their players in to touch this point. Zoni Diva Bomb comes out, and that will be a full hold for Team Viviane. An impressive defense.
Score 0-0. Switching side. Welcome to Hollywood.
An impressive defense from the side of Team Viviane. Very disciplined ultimate usage, always keeping something in the bank as deterrent against Horizon Lux's attacks. Horizon Lux just not sure, looking like they're 100% sure how to open up these engagements. The poke battle extending for long periods of time until somebody gets a little bit caught out of position and taken down, and then it's an unfortunate reset. On defense now, Horizon Lux looking to change things up a bit. Oh, JK, I got my team labels wrong. That will be Team Viviane looking to change things up a bit.
We all have our jobs to do.
Showing a May Torbjorn right now. Not sure if those hero picks they'll be sticking with those hero picks, but there's always hope. I mean,
Attackers incoming in 30
meta
seconds.
exists to change. This could be a new trendsetter.
It needs to be blown up.
On the side of the defense, Horizon Lux going right out of the gate with the Reinhardt Zarya team comp that they ended up going with on their attacking phase. Zorg on the McCree and Nitro on the Junkrat. Junkrat very strong on this map against any kind of flanking DPS hero.
Attackers incoming.
So this should be an effective pick against Team Viviane's Tracer and Genji.
Enemies coming right for us.
Glace this time going onto the Lucio, swapping it up with his fellow support, Johnny C on the Moira instead. An aggressive engagement by Wine. He leaps onto the cafe but is slapped by Telecon. Snoozing here, up here, he's completely by himself. He's like, hey guys, how's it going? But Leap comes off cooldown and he's able to escape with his life.
My ultimate is charging.
My ultimate is charging.
This is gonna make you feel better.
Captain, the D.Va though, still unfortunately demeched. Team Viviane likely won't be going for a committed engagement until D.Va is able to get her armor back. Cheeseburgers, sneakery on top of this building, looking for the perfect time to dive in with his tanks, and they engage on top of the cafe. However, Cheeseburgers goes down early. It looks like Wine was caught in a Junkrat trap perhaps on the top of that cafe. However, despite all of those unfortunate incidents, Team Viviane winning out, but a huge Earthshatter out. An attempt at a hero play coming out from Exes. He catches so many members of Team Viviane, but unfortunately the rest of his team was just not able to follow up on that. They were all dead. It feels bad, man, but
I am on fire.
the Reinhardt Falls captain is napping on the point. No worries though. Team Viviane captures the point and will now be looking to push the payload through the rest of Westworld, I suppose we could call it.
Barrier activated.
Horizon Lux does have a Graviton Surge in the bank,
My ultimate is charging.
possibly looking to combo that with the Junkrat Tire from Nitro. Horizon Lux not looking to try to control this high ground at all. They do have a rather immobile composition. Sound barrier comes out for Glace immediately. Saba drops the Graviton, but doesn't find a whole lot of kills off of the back of that. Exis, though, swinging away with his hammer. Able to take down Anime Titty, but on the other side, the Team Viviane tanks putting in work. They say Reinhardt's in the front, we'll just go around him, dive the back line, take down the Ana, as well as Lucio, and then there won't really be any legs to stand on.
Online.
Zorg does have a Dead Eye ready. We'll see if he'll be able to set himself up on some kind of high ground perch or get a flanking line of sight.
To my will.
However, he goes down early at the hands of Johnny.
Arm up.
Horizon Lux not able to defend yet again. Looking a little bit scattered, and Glace the only one on the payload, but this is going to be enough to push it into point B. The rest of his team running interference ahead of the choke. Wine takes down Aquaman. Look how far Team Viviane is pushing up. The D.Va Bomb comes out already, and even now their team is not satisfied. They're still pushing forward and still finding kills. Telecon goes down at the hands of Anime Titty. Wine pops his Primal Rage and takes down Nitro. This is incredible. The Genji Blade is even invested in this push, and Horizon Lux are completely wiped from the map. Oh, feels bad, man. This is like something out of old school Selfless. You remember Selfless back when it was like, oh, catch me and my boy Sinatra at the spawn, you know, camping the enemy team. Man, nostalgia stand. And Blaze dutifully doing his best Wins impression, just babysitting the payload, pushing it further. Tactical Visor comes out from Cheeseburgers, and this is just icing on the top. Horizon Lux has no semblance of a defense. Saba was painfully DMX'd. He was just Baby D.Va this whole time, not able to eat up any of the Tac Visor from and keep his team alive. And oh, feels bad, man. X's gets the nano boost and leaps onto the point, but it is too late. Team Viviane comfortably finish the map with
to
quite
3.
some time in the
Switching
bank.
sides.
A tall mountain for Horizon Lux to climb. Oh, looks like the teams have headed back to lobby. So perhaps that will count that. We'll count that as a win for Team Viviane. They definitely full held